Good morning. My name is Kirti, and I thought you had been seeing my videos from the past session onwards. So today we are going to deal with the topic on the control and coordination, which is the seventh chapter in the class 10. Okay, so we can just see the about the control and coordination. The human body, it is really very complex machine, which is performing tons of functions and processes to maintain and sustain their life. Okay, so it is a complex machine which is performing tons of functions. We just know that physically we are doing so many of different kinds of varieties of jobs, right? In the morning we are waking up, we are doing our daily activities, then we are going for studying, or even for working, whatever it is. Then we are doing our all those choirs and all. Then after that we are coming back to our home. Then we are having the food, which is giving us the energy. Then we are doing some homework, so playing with our friends, but anyhow, all those are like a plenty of works, right? So our body is a complex machine which can perform so many functions and process to maintain and sustain the life. Okay, so exploring how the body controls its movements and coordinates its action with other parts of the body and entertainment. Okay, we can just go through this chapter where we can see how this is all doing this. Okay, first of all, I will just show you that about the nervous system. We can just see about the nervous system. That is, the nervous system means what the thing, the nerves which is present in our human body. Right, in our human body, there are tons of like millions of trillions of nerves are there, neurons are there. So it is the ability of an organism to move certain body parts is called as the movement. First, let's see about the movement in organisms. That is the ability of the organisms to move the body, certain body parts. See, now I'm just moving my hand only, right? So this is my ability to move my hand. So it is the movement of an organism. And when they move from one place to another place, see now I'm sitting, when I'm standing, and if I'm moving from one place to another place, that is called as the locomotion. Okay, that is called as the locomotion. So organisms will always show movements in response to stimuli. Okay, we will always show the movement in response to the stimuli. Now let's see about the control and coordination. Let's give an introduction of the control and coordination. Okay, so organisms move in response to various kinds of stimuli like light, heat, nutrients, and foods. Our organism, they are continuously giving responses to various kinds of stimulus. Whatever the different kinds of stimulus, there can be of light, heat, nutrients, or food, whatever it is. Okay, so all the activities in the animals are controlled and coordinated by the nervous system, nervous and the endocrine system. Okay, all those, whatever the animals, right? Even the human beings are also the social animals, right? So all those things are controlled by controlled or controlled by the what nervous and the endocrine system. Hmm? Then hormones are the chemical messengers which assist the nervous system in which is carrying out the various functions. So they are also secreted by the endocrine gland. Okay, endocrine glands are secreted by the endocrine glands. That is hormones, which are the chemical messengers. They can assist the nervous system in carrying out the various functions. Okay, our nervous system are carrying out different functions like passing the electric signals from our different body parts to our brain, and again from the brain to different body parts like that and all. So these all are carried out by the nervous system. Okay, so these are also secreted by the endocrine glands. And hormones in plants are coordinated by the movements. Okay, hormones in plants are coordinated by the movement. Hmm? Now let's see about the nervous system. So have you seen the nervous system? I'm going to share you the screen with a whiteboard, okay? Yeah, I think you can see this now. So I'm going to draw a picture of nervous system. Can you see this dendrites? Everything. So here these are the here. Mhm. Okay. Sorry for the delay. So here see, these are the dendrites. Can you see this? These are the dendrites. Hmm? Yeah, these are the dendrites. This is like a tree branch. Okay. Okay. So these are the dendrites. I'm just marking as one. Hmm? Then this is called as the soma. Okay, this is the soma. This is the third one. And this is the fourth one. This is the fifth one. The sixth one. Okay. Now I'm going to write here. Hmm. The first one is the what is the first one? It is the dendrites. Okay, it's the dendrites. Now, what is the second one? This is the second one. It is the soma. Okay, it's the soma. Right. Which is the third one? Is the is not even what it is. Whatever it is. And the fourth one, they are the myelin sheath. Myelin sheath. Then, which is the fifth one? What is it then? The sixth one is the sorry, fifth one is not the fifth one and fifth one is the nerve ending. Nerve ending. So these are the different parts of the nervous system, and this is the nervous system or a neuron. Okay, so neuron means it is the structural and functional unit of the nervous system. This is the structural and this is the structural and functional unit of the nervous system. So each neuron have three main parts. They are the dendrites. See the dendrites. Then the soma. Soma means the region. Then which is the next one? Yeah, and then next one is the axon. Okay, axon. Okay, this is the axon. This part is called as the axon. Then dendrites, what they will do, they will receive the impulses from the other neurons. See here, these dendrites, these branches, they will receive what they do. They will receive the impulses from the other neurons. And what the cyton or the soma will do, they will process the impulse. The soma will process the impulse. Impulse. Okay, what they will do, they will soma will process the impulse. Then dendrites, what they will do? Dendrites will receive the impulses. Of impulse. Okay. Then what they will do? Cyton will process the this thing, and the axon, what they will do? They will transmit the impulse either to the another neuron or to the muscle, and the axon may be myelinated. Okay, here the myelinated. It can be myelinated or non-myelinated. Hmm? And axons may be myelinated or non-myelinated, and the impulse transmission is faster in the myelinated neurons. Okay, the non-myelinated neurons, it will be lesser. Understand? Hmm? Now let's see about the central nervous system. What do you know about the central nervous system? The central nervous system means it is the CNS. Okay, which all are the body parts of the central nervous system? They are the brain and the spinal cord. Brain and spinal cord are the central nervous system of our human body. Okay, so functions of the different parts of the brain are cerebrum. The main parts of the brain are cerebrum and the cerebellum. That is cerebrum. It is responsible for the reasons or reasoning or logical thinking, emotions, speech, memory, or visual processing, whatever it is. For recognition of the auditory, like that and all. And cerebellum means they are regulating and coordinating the body movement or the postures and balances and all. Okay, so these two are the very important thing. And pons, they relay signals from the hindbrain on the forebrain. Hindbrain to forebrain. See about the cerebrum and cerebellum, we have discussed it in the previous class, that is in the previous video. If you check, you can understand. So the pons, what they will do, they will relay the signals from the hindbrain to the forebrain, and medulla oblongata, what they will do is they will control all the involuntary movements. Okay, all the involuntary movements. What are the involuntary movements means? Like breathing or vomiting or sneezing, yawning, heartbeat, blood pressure, all those will be with the involuntary actions. Okay. Medulla oblongata. Then medulla oblongata will continues as a spinal cord which runs through the vertebral column, and it controls the reflux action. Okay, it controls the reflux action. Now I will show you the what I will show you the picture of the brain. Okay, that is not text. Here, the brain, they are having brain parts. They are having the forebrain, hindbrain, midbrain, then pons, they are having then medulla oblongata, and spinal cord. Okay, so these are the different parts of the brain. So, okay, these are the different parts of the brain parts. Okay, brain parts. Next, let's see about the peripheral nervous system. Okay, peripheral nervous system. Now I'm going to see the peripheral nervous system. Okay. Okay, what is the peripheral nervous system? What is it? How does it differ from the central nervous system? So, central nervous system means it includes only the brain and the spinal cord. In the peripheral nervous system means the rest of the all the body organs and body parts will be under the peripheral nervous system. Okay, so in the peripheral nervous system means the nerves given out by the brain and the spinal cord from the peripheral nervous system. Okay, that is the nerves given out from the brain and the spinal cord the okay, used with the peripheral nervous system, or we can call that it is PNS. Okay, it is PNS. And there are 12 cranial nerves and the 31 spinal nerves are there in human beings. Okay, 12 cranial nerves and 31 spinal nerves. Spinal nerves. Sorry. Okay, in humans. Now, that is the peripheral nervous system. And next, let's see about the somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. Okay. Somatic nervous system. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to share the screen once again. So in the case of somatic nervous system, yeah, somatic nervous system means it forms a part of the PNS. Okay, it is a part of the PNS, and the nerves of PNS, the nerves of the PNS that control the vocabulary, and mainly, well, sorry, not vocabulary, voluntary means the body, reaction of the body from the somatic nervous system, SMS. Okay, so it is a part of the PNS, peripheral nervous system, and also the nerves of the PNS that controls the voluntary actions of the body. What all nerves which is coming from the PNS is controlled by the this somatic nervous system. Okay. Now next thing is the autonomous nervous system, ANS. Autonomous nervous system. I think here. Nervous system. Autonomic nerve. It is all the nerves of the PNS that controls the involuntary action in the body from the autonomic nervous system. All the nerves of the PNS, every nerve of the PNS that controls the involuntary actions is controlling involuntary actions of the body is by the autonomic nervous system. And two divisions of the autonomic nervous system are like sympathetic and parasympathetic. Okay, sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, so the sympathetic nervous system means what? It prepares the body for the intense physical activity and is also often referred to as fight to flight response. This response is sympathetic nervous system is mainly dealing with the what? Fight to flight response. Fight to flight responses, and parasympathetic mainly nerves for about exactly opposite effect. Okay, parasympathetic means they are exactly opposite effect and relax the body and inhibits or slows many like high energy functions and all. Okay, high energy functions. Okay, so this is about the what about the autonomic nervous system, somatic nervous system, and peripheral nervous system. I think that is very clear for you. Now let's see about the reflex action. Reflex action means it is a sudden and involuntary reaction to the body in response to stimuli. Okay, so reflex action means it is a sudden involuntary reaction of the body in response to stimuli. Hmm? That is, if we just think that if we are going to just touch our eyes, we will just blink. Or we are going to touch a hot object, what will happen? We will take our hands off very fastly. But it is because of the reflex action. The method which is taking place here is it is a path followed by an electric impulse during our reflex action, right? So the impulse travels from the receptors organ to the spinal cord. First, what will happen? The impulse will travel from the receptors organ to the spinal cord of the brain and it is processed there. It will process there and the information is brought back to the concerned muscle to carry out the action. Hmm? And thus the receptors organ, what will happen, the sensory or the efferent neurons or whatever it is, then the interneurons or the motor neurons or the efferent neurons and the effector or neurons are the main components of the reflex action. That is, when we are touching the hot objects, just think that I'm going to touch a candle. Okay, when I'm touching the hot object, what will happen? The my pain receptors in the skin will start to activate, and this will what they will do, the sensory neurons, it will take the message to our brain and the cells in the brain. There is one hormone is there, not hormone, neuron is there. This is called as the relay neuron. In the relay neuron, the electrical signal will passes, and again from that relay neuron, it will transmit that signal again to our hand itself through the efferent neurons. Okay, so sensory neurons will take all those things, then it will pass into the brain, and in the brain, the relay neurons will start to do all those things. Then from there, it is taken through the motor neurons, and the motor neurons will take our electrical signal to our hand, and in due to that reason only we are taking off our hand very fastly. So this is the mechanism that is taking place here. Okay, that is how our body or how our each and every organ is giving and taking the receiving the painful objects, or if it is like an stimuli. Just think that we are going to, my leg is going to pinch on a pin, whatever it is. So we will just take off the hand leg very fastly because the sensory neuron, the pain receptors had to come from there from my leg, and it is passing through the body to the brain, and in the brain the relay neurons are transmitting the signals, and from the relay neuron to the motor neuron it is again passing into our leg, and as a result of that what will happen, we will take off our leg. Okay, so this is the process. Next is the protection of CNS. How the CNS is protected, that is how the protection of CNS, okay, protection of CNS. So how the protection, that is our brain or the spinal cord is protected. The first thing is the bony skull. Skull is very, very hard. That is called as the cranium. Okay. How many cranium are there? Cranium is there. There are 12 craniums are there. Okay. And next is the cerebrospinal fluid. Cerebrospinal fluid. And third one is the meninges. Okay, so these three are the protection of the brain. How the brain is protected means through the bony skull, cerebrospinal fluid, and the meninx. So these are the methods in which our brain is getting protected. Okay, so that is all for today's class. Thank you once again for your all time and your word for watching us. Thank you.